Hello, we are here with Mike Hanson, who is running for City Council in District 3. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
Mike Hanson is a 38-year resident of Cottonwood Heights. After growing up in our great city, he decided to return to raise his family in his hometown. Mike is the owner of a thriving local small business. Managing day-to-day operations over the past 35 years, he has grown and maintained its success through his expertise and experience in business management, finance, accounting, marketing, and most importantly, through long-term relationships. Mike is passionate about our community. He has served our city by mentoring young men in leadership roles for the Boy Scouts of America, and more recently, coordinating and participating in weekly activities for adults with special needs. Since the incorporation of Cottonwood Heights, Mike has actively volunteered on the Butlerville Days Committee, including a year-long position as parade chair and committee chair. Mike was honored to receive the Cottonwood Heights Excellence in Community Volunteerism Award. In addition to Mike's volunteer and community work, he regularly spends his Tuesday and Wednesday evenings attending Cottonwood Heights City Council business and work sessions, as well as the Planning Commission meetings. Through a lifetime of living in Cottonwood Heights, serving its residents as a volunteer, as well as Mike's ongoing efforts to stay apprised of city business, it is his desire to formally serve as an elected member of the Cottonwood Heights City Council in District 3. Welcome, Mike.
Thank you.
We just have a few questions for you.
Okay.
All right. So the first one is, why did you decide to run for City Council?
Well, being involved with the city for as many years as I've had and watching all the things that have gone on and volunteering, I've had a lot of opportunities for people to ask me to take a shot at it. And so 4 years ago, I actually had put a campaign together and ran for a council seat. Did not succeed in that. This time around, a little bit more fervor in my process, and so that's why I'm running. I care deeply about the city.
Great. And you do live here full time?
Absolutely.
Great. So what strengths, talents, and experience would you bring to the council?
The strengths I believe I bring into it is that I have a practical knowledge of what small business does, and so understanding where budgets need to lie. This is a pretty good sized budget within our city. It is important to judiciously take care of that money and make sure it goes in the proper places. There tends to be some folks that will just feel like we have an endless supply to spend. Not so much, especially in a small municipal area. Some of the other strengths I believe I have is just my knowledge from being attentive to things over the years. I rarely have missed a resolution or had an opinion about one that has happened in our city. And so that history is something that I feel like is a very valuable asset.
What would you say are the three most pressing issues facing the city, and how are you going to address them?
Well, the biggest issue that really faces our city to start with would be our public service or first response, so police and fire. Citizens really like to see that as a comfort for them. It's a service that is really unique to our city. We have a couple of things that are in the brewing and have been working on, and that is infrastructure related stuff. So storm drain is a huge one. Stormwater has to be met to a new federal regulation, and we have to get ourselves into that position to where we can meet that. It's an ugly thing because you dig a hole and you fix something and then you bury it, and there's nothing pretty about it. There's no flowers around it or anything. And so that's a huge aspect as well that has to be looked at in the future. Keeping our budget square and balanced and keeping our debt to a minimum is a very important thing as well. Our biggest debt in our city is where we're sitting here in City Hall. And the fact that we did it when we did was really important because it's a statement, first of all, that we have a piece of real estate that we call City Hall, but this will eventually pay off, where when we started, we were paying rent, and a lot of rent, and it changed all the time.
Great. So can you tell us, what is your vision for the city over the next 4 years of service?
My vision would be to keep the city a great place to want to visit and a great place to live. And that's through providing services that are attractive to those residents that are here. The vision would also include is making sure that taxes are kept at the very minimum. That's always a difficult thing because as needs arise, that has to be addressed and looked at. So being fiscally responsible with every dime would be really important, and that citizens understand that we're trying every effort we can to keep things in balance and in check financially.
Great. So tell us, why should people vote for you?
They should vote for me because I'm really a good guy. They should also vote for me because I do have an extensive knowledge of the city, and I really want to be the listening post of the people in my district particularly, that they can reach out to me and they can talk to me anytime they want to about any issue that's going on. And I should have the background and the knowledge to be able to respond to that.
Great. Thank you so much, Mike. It's been wonderful getting to know you. Where can people find more information?
electmhanson.com. I'm on social media, Twitter and Facebook as well.
Great. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.